Hello Scorpio, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for the week of the 4th to the 10th of September. So let's dive straight into it and see what is going on for you guys, alright? For Scorpio, please, Spirit. Ooh, one more. Okie dokie. I am already picking up like an energy of like maybe to work in secret, but let me pull the rest of the cards just to kind of confirm what I'm seeing here, because one of your oracle cards came up reversed and they rarely do that, so there must be a meaning. All right, let's see. For Scorpio, please, overall energy for the week. Okie dokie. And blockages. Interesting. You have 2 aces coming through. That's amazing. All right, what else to expect for the week, please, for Scorpio? Okay, really amazing stuff. And for a lot of you, I don't know, there's an influence of children coming through. So some of you, if you are wanting to be pregnant, I do see that there may be potential for that. Because for some of you, that is a hope and a dream. Some of you are also healing what happened to you in the past. Okay, maybe in your childhood with the 6 of Cups, but it's just about nostalgia. And the Star card is wish fulfillment and also healing. So some of you, that might resonate in that case. Oh, my eye is starting to hurt for some reason. I'm going to quickly clarify your main card. Okay. All right. Interesting. This week may be a little bit not boring, but like I feel like not a lot is going on. You do have a lot of new beginnings. I feel like this is starting internally. I do believe that you may feel like in your relationships there's a bit of a blockage, whether you feel like there is a lack of love. I feel like for some of you it might be stemming from maybe your relationship with yourself. So maybe try to, because you know they do say like your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. And if you are lacking love to yourself, you may be finding that in your relationships there's something a little bit like not quite right. Not to say that it can't be healed. It just feels like maybe if you start accepting and receiving love, then maybe you actually notice that the people around you are, that there is more love going to be coming in. And I will explain that in a second because it is a blockage card, but let's talk about it. The leg up card came up reversed, and actually Cancer just had this. So usually what this means is like, don't be afraid to rely on others. Don't be afraid to let other people, you know, take the reins a little bit for you. As you can see, that little polar bear is relying on the adult one, bigger one, who knows the roads to take it somewhere. And that is really good advice most of the time, but it came up reverse for you. So whether you guys aren't really open to anyone leading you, guiding you, you might be having a little bit of like time to yourself at the moment, which is not a bad thing. I think this is actually going to help you open up new opportunities in terms of love and passions, by the way. So you might be just discovering yourself a bit more, discovering what you like, discovering what you love, discovering what about yourself that you love and enjoy also. So this may be a time where you're refusing to let other people in. Whether this is some advice for you or whether it's just some energy that they're showing, is it's okay to rely on others, but it does feel like a lot of people have let you down, Scorpio, so you may just not be very open to it at the moment. There are people who are trustworthy in the world, so don't do this forever. But if you do feel like this week not a lot of people are here to help or truthfully help you out, then just pay attention to who you might be listening to. But this feels more like your energy already, like you're just doing things the way that you need to do things. So I think that's okay. You also have chop wood, all right, which is doing the work, all right. So this is like a mundane card. You know, sometimes we have to stick to a routine to see results, even if we don't see it straight away. It gives Capricorn energy, all right, which is a sign of, well, it's ruled by Saturn, which Saturn brings big blessings into your life. However, it makes you work very hard for them. So for a lot of you, if you are working on something, or if the work is yourself, keep going, keep pushing. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on what it is that you're doing. You are going to see results, and you are opening doors for new things, new opportunities, and possibly some expansion in your life. So this is very good. It's time to clean, time to clear space, time to keep going with the things that you've got to do. Your overall energy, Scorpio, is coming through the 4 cups, so you might find yourself in a bit of a procrastination mode. It may be a lot easier to kind of like scroll or like you bum out a little bit, which again, do what you need to do. I do feel like they're asking you to make sure that you are being consistent with what you're working on. But for a lot of you, you are going to feel very jaded and bored this week. The Four of Cups is kind of an energy of like, either you are rejecting opportunities around you and just staying where you are at. I don't think that this is a bad thing per se, because it's being clarified by the Four of Swords. So for some of you, I think you're just focused more on healing on the inside than you are when it comes down to the outside. You could be getting a lot of offers to kind of go out or date for some of you if you're single, but I really kind of feel like you're just like, nah, like I would just rather stay in. Some of you need to sleep a bit more, all right, with that Four of Swords and a Four of Cups. Four of Cups is also about kind of using your imagination. So some of you, I feel like it's okay to be in this state, especially because the leg up card came up reverse. I think it's okay to be in your own energy. I think you're doing some deep internal stuff. So if you feel more tired than usual, I think that's happening for a reason. You're doing a lot of work. Even if that chop wood card is internal, you guys are clearing some crap out, trust issues, things where things may have not gone the way that you wanted it to, dead ends and all that stuff. You're clearing it out. You're making space for new things, which is great. So if you do feel a little bit of a lacking of energy, if you do feel like you just don't really want other people to get involved in your life right now, then don't worry. I actually think you're doing what's best for you, and I think that is your guidance this week, because you are healing, building a little bit of a nest here around yourself. These fours represent the home, so you might be spending more time in a home, or you could be dealing with stuff in the home. It's also childhood stuff as well. It's also your mother wound as well. Your relationship with your mother could be on the forefront this week, which Cancer also had. All right, your blockage is the Ace of Cups. So Four of Cups is sometimes about rejecting that. Ace of Cups is coming through, if you can see in the imagery. Sometimes it's like, no, I don't want that because it's not what I want it to look like. Possibly rejecting things that might be good for you. Be careful of that, even if it's coming from the love for self. Make sure that you're doing things that do come from a place of love, specifically to yourself. In this reading, I want to say I don't really care about anyone that's around you. Like, no offense to them, love them actually. Like, I'm sure I send them love, but it feels like this week I just feel like you don't really like, I just want to be by myself, and I just want to deal with things for myself, which is fine. Ace of Cups, just make sure that what you're doing is productive for you. Four of Cups, again, you might be just tempted to just scroll and kind of bum out a little bit, which nothing wrong with that if you need a break. But as long as some things are loving towards you and they're not just going to take your energy, because sometimes doing those things take more energy, because it's like a dopamine crash, by the way. Like you kind of get overstimulated. So make sure you're doing things that you like to do. I'm feeling like I want to say try to ground yourself. More so, if you enjoy cooking, then that fills up your cup. If you enjoy painting, then that fills up your cup. Do things that are not productive. It's not about that. It's things that fill up your heart, all right? Things that you enjoy. Even if it's singing, sing your heart out, all right? Karaoke that crap out, do it. I don't know, just do something that pours back into your cup, because this is kind of telling me that maybe it's a bit empty. You are trying to heal yourself, get those emotions back running. You might be feeling quite numb this week, which is why the blockage is coming through as the Ace of Cups. All right, for those who are single, I really do see that you're blocking people, or like you're just really not engaging in any kind of relationship. You're not interested in any of the dates. I think you know that you need to work on some inner things before you start accepting love offers. So that's true. It's because you have to fill up your own cup first. So I like that. I don't see anything wrong with what you're doing. You may feel a bit uncomfortable, like, I know you're doing the right thing. You are. All right, if this is you. I think this is best for your heart space, right? Your healing. What else do I see with this combination? I will carry on. I will go back to it if I need to. So another outcome for you guys this week that's going to come up for you is the Ace of Wands. So you have two aces. This is brilliant. It's about new beginnings. Ace of Wands is a new beginning when it comes down to passions and enthusiasm. So what you will find as you're kind of clearing out any blockages when it comes down to your emotions or your heart space and your love energy, all right, you will find a lot of passion and enthusiasm and motivation moving forward, and you'll find that things start to speed up. So as much as this week may seem a little bit, I want to say dry, like a little bit like nothing's happening, or like, you did nothing, I feel like that's not true. I think you're doing a lot of internal work, so don't worry. It feels like this week is very important for getting the ball rolling, because again, you can't do it from an empty cup. All right, it's what I'm feeling like. And for some reason, I'm seeing like a fountain. You know those fountains that have like a bowl on the top? You know, the ones that they kind of just spin as the water is coming out. I'm kind of seeing that, like, in order to get the ball rolling, you kind of have to have an overfilling cup. All right. So it can't be empty or even half full for that ball to roll. It has to have overflowing. You see what I'm trying to say? Anyway, what else to expect this week? Now, I will talk about them separately because I did pull them out separately, but it does make sense together. Also, you have the star card, so Aquarius energy. This is a card maybe about healing to do with your friendships, because Aquarius energy is 11th house, so that is about friendships, about networking. Okay, this is also about goals and wish fulfillment. So expect yourself to start healing. All right, expect yourself to have maybe a more clear vision about what it is you want in the future. Maybe it's just a goal that you start to have in mind. It also does represent achieving a goal and wish fulfillment, so expect that to come through this week. I will clarify that to find out what it is. For some of you, it will be relating to your past, healing your past, or maybe to do with somebody from the past. So let's clarify that. It's a soulmate connection. If you are in a relationship already, I did say some of you might actually find yourself being pregnant, by the way, as well. Probably those who've been planning for it, because it's wish fulfillment. All right. So if it's not wish fulfillment, it's probably not you. This feels like something happy. Let's clarify. Let me clarify it. Let's see the star card, please. Star card with the 7 of Cups. Yeah, get clear on your goals and vision. It does feel like something is coming through. The 7 of Cups is usually a card of confusion. So I'm going to say that this is more about healing that confusion, healing things that have made you feel a little bit like you just don't know. And maybe this is coming from that lack of this love for self, lack of like receiving or accepting in love from yourself or others. You're healing that. So I see that makes sense with the star card and the 7 of Cups. If you've been feeling like out of sorts emotionally, like up and downs I'm feeling, then you will heal that as well. But it does mean with the star card, you kind of have to be a bit vulnerable with yourself and have that deep conversation. As you can see, she's going into that water. She's going into those emotions. Little dipping a toe in it first. Don't go diving in, but just kind of exploring the waters here, exploring your emotions and trying to understand them from that higher perspective. All right. It feels intentional when you do that. All right, 6 of Cups. Well, some of you could be getting the truth about the past. And again, it could be a mother wound or like about a mother. Some of you could be communicating with a mother. Maybe you've not heard from her for a while. If that is a situation, it may have been a little bit of a lack of reciprocation when it comes down to not a love situation, but to do with maybe a mother figure. Or just another lady here, another feminine energy. It doesn't just have to be a lady, it's a feminine energy. All right, the 6 of Pentacles is maybe you felt like there was a lack of, maybe someone was taking a lot more than what they were giving back, so you had to place that boundary. There is going to be communication from somebody here. Some of you, again, you're just finding clarity to do with past events, past situations, and this is, again, something that is healing for you. All righty, but Ace of Swords can also be communication. All right, let's go straight in and get you some advice for you, Scorpio. We have the arts. Here we go. It's that creativity. It says express yourself through creative activities. This will help you, whether it's, as you can see, that's quite interesting. I thought she was dipping her toe in the water here, but she's putting it in that little flower, which is also, I'm pretty sure, that lotus, right? Is that a lotus? It's there. It's there on the emotions, the Ace of Cups. So you are being asked to step into creativity. It might help you feel, fill up that cup, as I've been saying the whole time. All right, anything else for Scorpio this week? Ooh. All right, so what we have here coming out together is we have disappointment in a friend or a lover. Claw, be careful, do not take risks. Heartache over what you no longer have. You could be finding a healing conversation coming through with this person. Libra, Taurus, whatever, I don't know. But the Ace of Swords and the 6 of Cups. All right, I feel like this is that past person that you were disappointed with at one point. You are getting clarity with the situation, but don't take a leap of faith. Maybe you don't need to go back into it. You don't need to engage in it. If you need the truth, then okay, all right, we can have that closure, but don't jump straight into it, because again, I feel like this is just something that you're healing and healing only. You also have desk, pay attention to your work. Okay, again, if that is that energy here with the Ace of Wands, and again, as much as you're healing this week, make sure you're not neglecting responsibilities that will just catch up on you as well. It's very important. You also have a box here. you'll receive a gift this week, Scorpio, so be prepared. All right, well, I love you guys. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for listening. I hope it resonated in some way. Let me know down below and subscribe if you have not already. But I will see you guys next time. All right.